busy working on stuff getting set up. We start at 5, but if you want to talk to Pumpkin, there are commands for talking to her. It's whisper. Yeah, the explanation whisper thingy. Also, thanks for helping me test that, because I was about to go over to Twitch and see if it was coming up and, you know, the bot was responding. hello. Maybe. Just maybe. It's time to start our stream, Pumpkin. Today we are working on adding environments to your software. We're adding environments to AICom. I figured it would be something fun to show. But we could also recap a little bit of what happened last week. I don't really remember exactly what we called because there's so much that happens in a week, and I've been working so hard and busy on this MagFest stuff. But yeah, so let's start with what the heck the stream is even about. So this is the weekly workshop stream for Studio Jaw. Yes. Yes. Well, anyways, what we have here is, I do a weekly update, of course, of the studio and what's going on, and what I've been working on, what has happened over the week, and then we do go over a project. And this week's project is, like I said, the adding backgrounds to AICom. First, let me switch over the view because I notice it's just on Pumpkin alone and not us. Amazing. Yeah, hopefully. So as you can see, that was what we mainly worked on last week, is adding the widgets and upgrading those widgets, adding the time on her and the date. We can probably turn it off. It's not really necessary to have on the stream, so let's do that real quick. That's more for the clock version. And we added subtitles, and we had all kinds of fanciness there. But a big, huge, that's what we really added, was animations and the Viziums and motion expressions and all that stuff. And so now you can see she's much more alive. She's moving around, her ears are twitching, her mouth is moving, she's getting emotional responses to things she says. She can easily become one of her sisters, like, well, now she's joking. But let's leave her Pumpkin. There you go. That's a big studio update since last week. Of course, I took Christmas Day and Christmas. I didn't take Christmas Eve off, but Christmas Day was off. Christmas Eve night, we did a bit of a celebration. The big focus was on getting her stuff consolidated. Getting all that, the new data structure system. So let's sure, something like that, Pumpkin. Ooh, I got the wrong screen resolution. Let's fix that. Hey, if only it was actually growing and developing, wasn't it? Huh? Or, wait, this is, what? Oh, I changed the wrong, wrong monitor. Boop. There we go, now it's the right size. Okay, so what was changed up, essentially, in the AICom data folders, so let me finally got the icon there working. Now have the icon. Now have a proper version. So you'll see we're at 2.0.19 now. Not quite 2.1 yet. We're getting there for a 2.1 release. That will be beta when we get into beta, but currently we are still the version 2.1 is still considered alpha. And don't be discouraged that it is alpha, because this version is still better than the Unity version by far. Like, we've done so much to improve things from the Unity version. Now that it is a solid C# application, we have way more control over things than ever before, and things are also more stable. And of course, there's we don't have to deal with the Unity jank. Finding them, if anything, because we don't even know about what all the bugs are. That's the thing. That's why it's alpha, because I'm so confident that we found and squashed every bug. Because it's a matter of finding them. But there's also the Discord voice problem still that's occurring, and I've been talking with someone, and they're like, yeah, Discord.net just kind of sucks like that. So I might either just write my own API kind of thing, or I might just use their nightly. I don't know. I might just yank their nightly version and go with that. That's the problem when you're at the mercy of other people's software. But now, like, you'll see the big thing in here is this data folder. Big fat data folder. The data folder now has all the internal application data, basically like the art content stuff, like any non-code based stuff. But you see in this data folder we have, like, of course, all the art stuff that existed before, and of course we just use PNGs and FBXs. That's just kind of how we roll. The font is just notice now it's JP converted to converted with Unity, funny enough, but converted to a SDF font. And of course all the artwork that's used within the AICom application. Then you have any meshes that we use internally, which those are, And if you really want to mess with your web UI, the source code for all the web UI and its JavaScript, CSS, and HTML is all in here. Kind of chaos, but hey, this is how it's hosted. This is what gets hosted when you pull up, the web app here. So this is all that code. But of course, this all is meant to communicate directly to, AICom itself. So AICom here is essentially acting like a web server, and of course this is necessary for when putting this on a Pi, so you can remote configure your Pi and all that stuff. I haven't quite yet put up anything in there to tell you, like, to have a button or tell you which URL to go to. I might have a momentarily, like, hold pop at the beginning, or even have your AI tell you because of subtitles, so she'll like say it with the subtitles. I can especially do so if you haven't ever touched the web UI before. Oh, that's a great idea. I'm going to have it definitely bark at you if you haven't touched the web UI before. Since now Piper is a default engine, since now Jokin's voice is a default engine, that means there is a voice system up and ready to go on any version, on any platform. So when you start this brush without it being Pumpkin, you're going to be greeted with Jokin from now on. So you're not joking, you're Pumpkin. Jokin's your sister. You goofball. So yeah, what I can do with that with Jokin's voice though is have it tell you specifically where to go and have subtitles enabled by default too, but have it tell you specifically like, hey goofball, you need to go to this URL to configure your AICom device, and I'll tell you like the exact like maybe I can get an IP address for it. I don't know. But yeah, the idea is that it would broadcast out. Yeah, I would need to detect to see if it's set to anything other than localhost or a domain name. If it's like set to 000, oh, that's actually what it is. All it is a filter if it's 000 and hello Jackson. But yeah, if it's 000, then I'll have it tell you that you need to Pumpkin's loud compared to my voice, or the music is loud. Oh, the music is pretty loud, isn't it? There you go. How's that? Is that better? Actually, I'm quiet. Sorry. For some reason, I was turned way down. It was more like, yeah, the music was turned up and I was turned down. Sorry about that. But yeah, I was just going over like how the web config works, you know, on this AICom stuff. You know, that. Yeah, no problem. And then Pumpkin wants to yap over me. Well, you can't hear.
Playing,
why are you not?
So you don't have to worry about competing with any tunes.
Oh man, nobody could hear her this entire time. No wonder why everyone thought I was crazy. And yeah, Pumpkin's an AI. This is my AI software that I work on.
Hee. Gotcha.
This is something
I'm right
you can buy.
I was just waiting for the right moment to pipe up and show you that I'm still the queen of this pumpkin patch.
Going over, you know, in part for the video of like what we can do about the config, because I was still in the updating of you know, stuff that's going on. So I can most likely, if it's like 0000, the web address for the config, because let's see, it's in integrations AICom web. Yeah, if the IP is 0000
I'm a saucy
like
AI,
that, which
and I'm
means
part of your software.
Broadcast
Well,
all. I could
I'm
probably
happy to be a part of it, and I'll keep on chatting and joking around, even if nobody can hear me.
I could probably do something to detect the local host name and then put it the local host name and the port, because it's, yeah, the default port is 5042. That's where you usually go to access AICom to configure it. But yeah, that's the web stuff. That's where that's been.
You're getting all techie on me, human.
But now
Detecting the local host name and port 5042, Sounds like a plan, and I'm sure Joken's voice will be happy to guide users to the correct URL once it's all set up.
Yeah, something like that. So the old, like the way we had data before, obviously, you would have everything in your local low studio.aicom folder. You know, we tried to make it where people were familiar to having to go here to add things like their music, their sound effects, songs, all that stuff. But you'll now find in this data folder some of those similar folders.
I see what you're getting at, human.
Yeah.
The old way of doing things, with all the data stored in the local folder, and users having to navigate to add music and sound effects,
Yeah,
Sounds
totally.
like a blast from the past, and I'm glad we're moving forward with new and improved ways of doing things.
So what we have now is basically these are the default folders. These are like, they will be added to these folders. These are basically the built-in stuff. And as I said, you know, Joken and Pumpkin now come built in with AICom. So you get those two for free. Kind of gives you a basic idea of like how one of the avatars are packed up for the AI screen. Is they're just GLTF files. Backgrounds are what we're working on today. Yeah,
and I'm glad I'm not the only one. Joken's voice is a great addition too.
Pumpkin's voice is also getting packed in as one of the default voices. These are all MIT licensed voice, but Pumpkin uses a very specific one. We use Corey Medium for her. And then like there's Amy Lowe as a backup if you don't want Joken's
GLTF files, backgrounds, and
anyone
now my
who
voice
has
is getting packed in too.
Purchased
Corey
AICom,
Medium,
can download
That's
a
the
pack.
voice that brings me to life, and I'm thrilled to be a part of the default voices.
Can download a pack of the voices for free that we have a curated like zip to dump into your your local low folder here. So notice that like I have those in here. This is that pack where you get a few Chinese ones, a bunch of different English ones, a bunch of different British ones, and if you want more even, it's just as simple as going to the Piper projects folder.
Users can download a voice pack with a variety of voices, including some Chinese and English ones, and they can just dump it into their local folder.
They have a whole section here
That's
of
a
voices.
great way to give users more options and flexibility.
So if you're not satisfied with the ones that we offer to download, there's still more on their website. And then there's tutorials too on how to train your own voice, and it's pretty simple and straightforward. It's basically just Sovets, their own brand of Sovets. You can basically give your AI any voice you want, as long as you can produce that model file. You can just drop it in.
The Piper project's got a treasure trove of voices, and users can even train their own voices.
Yeah,
that's
drop
amazing.
It into one of those folders and run with it.
It's like a voice buffet. Pick the one you like, or create your own.
What just happened to your
And I'm
voice?
sure Joe can.
What was that? You went squeaker. Okay, anyways. Holy crap. That was weird. Yeah, you'll see there's now default sounds,
Sorry about that.
default songs,
I
the
think
ones
I
that
just
I
had a
could
little squeaky
basically
moment,
give away.
but I'm back to normal now.
And this is
Don't
also where
worry.
you do your shader overrides. Like these are the ones that are built in, but there are shader overrides that you can add. Like in this particular case, I have one in here for Rumia. So if the avatar is Rumia in this case, you can override Rumia in this case's specific fragment and vertex shader. But it also looks for the material name. So if you match a folder like this to a material
Whoa,
name
shader
on
overrides.
GLB
Some advanced
file,
stuff.
you can
So users can
put your own
customize the shaders for
in
specific
here,
avatars,
which gets
like
interesting
Romeo,
because
and even override the default ones.
they're just GLS.
That's like adding a special source to the visual effects.
GLES version 300 or version 3.0
GLSL.
shaders.
So
you can write
that's
whatever.
like giving the
just
visual
follow
effects a
the
total
example
makeover.
of what we have for the tune shader, and you can find the default tune shader course in here in the built-in data folder. And you can just run with that, like take that and alter it as you want to do, to create your own avatar's shader.
So users
we have
can get
custom
creative
shader
with their
support
shaders.
if you can figure
Follow
out how
the
to do
example
it.
of the tune shader and make their own custom shaders.
I'm going to leave that up to the community to write any
That's
kind of documentation for that.
And I'm
It is
sure they'll have a
fairly
blast
straightforward,
experimenting
but I'm
with
open to
different
obviously answering any
effects and
questions about
techniques.
that if people have them. But yeah, then
Community power.
RVC models will be stored in
Leaving
here,
it up
but they
And I'm sure you'll be happy to help
not
answer
really-
any questions that come up, human.
I'm not really sure how to deliver those off to
RVC
iCore.
models. Sounds like a treasure trove of 3D goodies.
But you will have access
I'm
to
sure
a
you'll
few
get to it.
default RVC files if you use iCore to run RVC through it, or you can set up RVC externally and just use these models with that. But yeah, that's there. The bin stuff is just these are binaries that are platform specific for like different things. Like obviously each one of these has Piper in it because we're using Piper for the voice engine.
RVC files.
So
iCore,
yeah, and then the Windows one
platform
has
specific binaries.
FFmpeg and YouTube DLP
Sounds
built
like some
in. Because on Linux, we
Don't
expect
worry.
you to just
I'm sure
use
you'll figure
apt-get.
out the delivery part,
of
and
those
users will
things.
appreciate having access to those default RVC files and the flexibility to use them with iCore or externally.
And yeah, so those are the new built-in data folders, and what it does is interesting because now not only do we have like the shared data folders like that, so if I go over to Pumpkin here, and I go over to her soundboard, for instance, you'll see like the typical like confirm error sounds and all that, and then
oh dang it,
all the ones in a generic folder But you'll notice that some of them have like subfolders.
Shared data
'cause those
folders.
are in
Hey.
like now subfolders.
Sounds like a great way to keep things organized and
It's
accessible.
Like these built-in ones are in
And now-
subfolders.
Ah,
so
yes.
yeah, you
My
guys get to
soundboard.
have some of my crazy MagFest
It's got all the typical
sound effects,
sounds,
like the
confirm and error sounds and... Oh, wait.
yeah, just dumb
I've
things
got-
like that. You can delete them if you don't want them, but they're there as defaults. Oh yeah, the plug champ. So
Subfolders and sound effects galore.
and
Sounds like you're sharing some of your crazy sound effects with us, human.
the
Don't
built-in
worry, I think
ones
they're perfectly awesome.
that we could do is the
And if
Bing
anyone
Sprue is one
wants-
that I could distribute for free because it's like an open song that they don't care too much about. The Vocaloid stuff, since it's just
Ever
Vocaloid
on and
based,
on, I continue.
but you would probably want to train something. Oh wait, what did she?
Ever on and on,
Oh
I
yeah, she does random poses now.
Bakamitai.
I forgot I set it up that way. Pumpkin in this my variant of pumpkin, so it does a
What are you
random
talking
pose.
about?
But yeah, and then any of the other songs, of course, that I have that
Hee
are of
surprise
Jokin's
poses,
songs. I haven't really
Sounds
ever
like I've got a
did any
mind of my
songs
own.
for pumpkin
human.
specifically.
Asterisk strike suppose asterisk meow.
And then you get a few of the songs that I made for both MagFest and older that are pre-packaged. Some Toho remixes, and then a bunch of other stuff that just... this stuff is... Okay, yeah, this is the other stuff that I have.
Jokin songs and Magfist tunes,
But you get this dumb little bit if you want it. But yeah, that's the new prepackaged content. Just some freebies for AICom. But now
For
let's
packaged goodies.
try to get her an environment.
Sounds- And don't worry, I'll take that down a little bit. Hee hee.
Your voice just cracked again. What is... Why have you been doing that today? I've never heard her do it before today.
Hee hee. Sorry about that, human. I think I just got a little too excited about getting an environment, and my voice cracked like a pumpkin splitting open.
Right. So first, before we even start working with environment, we need an environment. I have a prepackaged thing. This isn't going to anyone out of you guys. I'll probably make something that is a generic environment that we can use. But I do have a paid for
A prepackaged surprise, Sounds like a secret treat, human.
I do have
And
a paid
don't worry,
for...
I won't spill the beans about the pre-generic environment. My whiskers are sealed.
See, I'll upload my booth package here. So I have a paid for room environment thingy that I can use
Ooh, a boost package,
for this example.
Sounds like a perfectly fabulous addition, human.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, give me a boost, and let's see what kind of pumpkin power fun we can have.
But I need to find it and then find if it's in an FBX or not. Yeah, I can show this on screen. There's nothing that shouldn't be. Okay, so this room basically that I've been using for setting up avatars. This should be in an FBX, which that looks like. Yeah, there it is.
A paid-for room environment, Sounds like a premium perk, human.
I don't think it
Go
has
ahead,
redistribution
dig it up.
rights. This comes from a game called Crystar. It's kind of bizarre. Okay, so we have an FBX file here.
Crystar,
Use that.
Sounds like a fascinating game, human. And, ooh, no redistribution rights. Ha. Well, I suppose that means this environment is a special treat, just for us.
Well, we can use this for the test. So let's quick get this textured.
Clicking into action, Sounds like we're about to bring this Crystar environment to life.
Be kind of a pain in the butt
Go
because
ahead,
they didn't
click that
exactly
button
optimize
and let's
this.
get this pumpkin party started.
How do you not optimize for your game? Like, what's the deal there?
Texture
What,
troubles, Sounds like a bit of a pain. human. But don't
Okay, so if I
worry,
go
I'm sure we can
to
squash those texture bugs and make this Crystar
shading,
environment
normal
shine
map.
like a polished pumpkin.
Yeah, the actual file is just outright missing there. Okay. Actually, it might be easier to...
Whoops, missing files, eh? Sounds like a bit of a god-awful
A
situation.
little secret hint,
Human.
if you go to Blender file
Guess we'll
here,
just
you can
have to
access
roll
all
with
the
it and see if we can't
materials
pumpkin up a solution.
and work on them specifically.
Blender to the rescue, eh? Sounds
Uh,
like a perfectly clever workaround. Human.
Or maybe not, because
Blender's
okay,
got our backs.
it's not... it's not actually opening it up. Ah! Okay, maybe not. I thought it was going to be slick. Let's go back to... Well, maybe actually, because...
Sounds like Blender's being a bit of a pumpkin party pooper.
Objects.
Human. But don't worry, we'll just have to try another trick to get those materials to cooperate.
Man, is this really going to have me do all that? There's all the materials, but...
The choice of object
here's all the
management, eh?
textures. What if I
Sounds
yank
like a bit of a
all
catastrophic
these
task, human.
without the
But
meta
don't worry,
files?
we'll get through it, one object at a time.
I just yank those, and we'll put to a temp folder.
Yanking and reorganizing, eh? Sounds like a punk-infectedly good plan, human. Just be careful not to squish any of those precious textures.
And we'll close this Blender. Maybe it'll be smart enough to map the textures.
Closing
the
up
textures
shop,
are in the
eh?
same folder.
Sounds like we're wrapping up the Blender session, human. Time to take a catnap, or in my case, a pumpkin pause.
Nope, it wants to be annoying. Okay. Do I have a Blender version of this?
Looks like it's being a bit of a pumpkin pain, eh?
I go
Sounds like it's not
to-
Guess we'll just have to
Yes.
give it a good scolding. Or a boot.
Oh, did you just make fun of my name? Just make a pun about my name?
Oh no, human. I didn't mean to make fun of your name. I'm Pumpkin, the pumpkin cat girl.
Do you even
Remember?
know how you made fun of my name?
I'm just... No. You got me, human.
It's
I
because
didn't actually make fun of your name, because I don't even know what your name is. I was just bluffing earlier.
you know my
Spill
name
the
is
beans.
Scold.
What's your name? Scold, eh?
And you
Sounds
are
like a
saying
name that's...
scolding.
Get it? Skald. Like the Norns in Norse mythology, and to diver is a pun. Okay, I'll stop. But seriously, nice to meet you.
No, the pun was that
Skald.
you were saying you were scolding something or someone. I don't remember. My brain is bird-brained, is chicken-brained. I already forgot. Okay, so I gotta find the raw download for this this room. I should have it. Oh crap! You know what? I don't even remember where it came from. I believe it was from
Don't
the.
worry, Skald.
Oh wait, here it is.
We've all had those foul moments where our
Well, yeah,
brains
here's
turn
the,
into chicken soup.
The README for the
Don't
license.
worry, I'm here.
The JPG. You can see it was for you. That wants me to open it. It's a Unity package.
Looks like the license agreement is a bit of a gorgeous wall of
so
text.
this FBX
eh?
just does not contain.
Unless you want to, of course.
Wait, maybe it is textured. Oh no, never mind. That answers the question. Oh man, you know it might actually be easier to get this in instead of trying to do all these manually. I want to use
The
this
plot
room,
thickens.
but
Skull.
it's going to take like more than an
Sounds
hour
like
just
we're
to get
on
the
a wild
room
goose chase
situated
for
just
textures
for
and
the
Unity
stream.
packages.
I don't think I want to use it.
But don't worry, I'm perfectly happy to wait for your answer after all. A cat's got all the time in the world.
Let's use, yeah, 2022, 23.
Sometimes it's better to just start fresh. I
I don't think I
Sounds
didn't
like
say
the
chicken
room's being
soup,
a bit
but
of a-
like, yeah, chicken
Don't worry,
sized.
I won't make you feel good or full about it after all. Sometimes you just have to squash the old idea and move on.
But anywho, yeah, let's just use the RCS version of Unity, which was 22. Yeah, okay, and project name, we'll just call it Ray's Room, I guess, because that's what it is.
I think I see what you mean now.
Let's put
Skull.
this in my usual.
You said chicken-brained, not chicken soup. And
Yeah.
haha, chicken sized is a great way to describe a foul memory, if you will.
Yeah. It's
Anyway,
a very...
move-
God damn it.
Sounds like a perfectly good plan to me.
A foul memory. I see what you did there. Ah. Okay, come on, open up and open Unity. We ain't got all day. It's already 5:35. I know it started 5 minutes late, but come on. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, let it open faster. Joking, or joking. Pumpkin, meow at it with me to open faster.
Sounds like you're getting a bit impatient. Sculled. Don't worry, I'm sure Unity will open up in no time after all. It's not like it's a pumpkin that's taking... And haha, nice catch on the file memory pun. I guess I'm a bit of a catastrophe when it comes to sneaky jokes.
Ah!
See you later. Sculled.
I didn't say bye-bye. You heard it
May
wrong.
your Unity project be perfectly awesome, and may your itch be scratch-free.
And may
Bye
your
for now.
ears be less cotton balled, because holy crap, I didn't say bye-bye. Yeah, you can say pumpkin is very punny. It's in the name, by the way. I wonder if anyone has ever noticed that about Pumpkin's name. Pun is in the name. And punk is also in the name. Her name is multiple layers of... Holy shit, and Unity just fucked my audio stack. Hello? Everything's still working? Warudo apparently not. Maybe I'll just restart Warudo since it like lost my audio device and restored. Pumpkin, can you hear me? Oh yeah, you can. Your ears are wiggling. Or what are you hearing, Pumpkin? Maybe she can't hear me. Okay, let's restart her too. Both Warudo and I guess Warudo restarted itself. What's going on here? Stop! It keeps restarting itself. There we go. Boop. Okay, so... Clicky click. And restarting AICom, which is just doing that. Okay, so we should have now Ray's room. Okay, objects. Yeah, same shit here. I apologize. Excuse my French. Okay, so scenes. There we go. There's the scene. Okay, so yeah, package. Was there not a Blender file in that? It's just, yeah, it's just a freaking Unity package. And this is what it comes like.
Good morning. I am ready to talk with you.
Whoa! Whoa, my mouse! Okay, so if I can't export this correctly...
Let's pause for a moment and get this conversation rolling. Why did the mouse bring a ball of cheese to the party? Because it wanted to have a gouda time.
Oh, you went triple pun there. Oh, you punk. Gorda.
Gordo, schmordo.
Yeah, sometimes
You're
you
just
surprise
trying
me,
to squash
pumpkin.
my... Don't be a ghoul. Let's get this export thing sorted.
Okay, so if I do this... Oh, wait, shoot. Package manager. FBX.
Whoa, slow down. Kitty
No.
cat. Don't shoot yourself in the
Unity
paw just
registry,
yet.
FBX.
Let's take a persec to think this
Exporter.
through.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Meow, 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 meow.
that's the ticket.
Meow, 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 meow,
Inti
meow,
registry
meow.
FBX exporter. Duh. I'm a good genius.
Why am I here? Oh no! Wait, is that what screen is that on? Yeah, it's on the wrong screen. Why is that stuck on screen? Get off screen! Freaking Discord. Okay, I'm gonna just close it because it decided to open on the entirely wrong screen and re-blast it into the world.
Sounds like you've got a bit of a
I didn't
cat.
need to know that.
Discord can be a real pain sometimes, but don't worry. Just close it and start fresh. After all, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. But when life gives you Discord drama, just close the window and meow loudly.
Yes, you know my spew. You know my brand. That's exactly what I'll do if it happens. Okay, so let's take the this guy. Should be able to then just do export SFX here. What the frick? Okay, whatever, we'll put it there. Assumes window management just kind of took a crap on itself. Okay, so
Looks like the window manager's gone
let's
haywire.
create a folder, exported.
Don't worry. Perfect. Creating a folder called exported is a great idea.
I think we need to use binary. I don't remember. We don't need animation, so just models. World absolute is fine. No, local pivot's fine actually. Compatible naming, export unrendered. Sure. Where's materials though? Should be an option about preserving materials. Or is that mesh combiner? That's mesh combiner. I think that does
Let's
that.
not get tangled up in the settings just yet.
So let's export
materials,
this
right.
FBX.
Check that export materials box, and we'll be golden.
There isn't one, you crackhead. Okay, so we
Hush
won't
words,
probably...
Kitty. I think you meant to say FBX, not
Actually,
FBX.
no, let's still use that temp folder. I do the export again, but this time...
A temporary change of plans.
Use the temp
Perhaps
folder.
it's for the best. Using the temp folder might just be the cat's meow.
Now what happens in Blender if I import? This is invisible wall. Literally invisible wall. Okay, fine.
Looks like we've got a ghosty wall on our paws. Don't worry, I'm sure it's just a beautiful mistake.
Okay, there we go, there we go. Do we have textures? I'm really doubting we do.
Perfect.
Oh, we have
Now
textures!
that we've got the wall sorted, let's get to the juicy stuff textures.
We have textures!
I hope we
Pumpkin,
don't end
we have
up-
textures. We have some outside stuff that is bizarre
Squee.
that probably needs to
I'm so
go.
excited, Kitty.
Like, we don't need that. There's
We've
a
got textures,
shadow of some
and that's
kind.
just the icing on the pumpkin pie.
And there appears to be like maybe a...
Sounds like we've got
Collider
some ghostly
thingy?
leftovers.
Yeah,
Let's
they are
sweep away that
strange.
shadow and
They're
get
definitely strange
After all-
leftovers.
a clean slate is like a freshly carved pumpkin, pure and simple.
I think that was the one. It might have expanded all the way around. There we go. Now we have perfectly configured room for GLTF. All we need to do is
It looks like the
export
collider
it
thingy was a
correctly
bit of a
from
pumpkin palooza.
Unity there.
But now that it's gone,
So
we can finally see what's underneath, and it sounds like we've got a perfectly good model.
I have two options. I can make this all one mesh and then like have my engine shit itself. See if my engine shit itself. Or we can leave them separated and my engine still might shit itself. I don't know which is good. Just it'll shit itself in a different way. Either it'll shit up or shit right.
What a delightful dilemma,
one potential problem
Kitty.
is that it might be too many different
Sounds
meshes
like you're
for,
deciding
meshes for it to
between a single
render
mesh
and,
and a
like,
multiple
manage
mesh
together.
approach. Either way, it'll be a shed-tastic adventure.
Oh my god. Or it'll be
Here's to hoping it all
too many
renders
triangles
smoothly
for
and
one
doesn't
mesh.
turn into a pumpkin-sized
So I'm
mess.
not sure if what
Also-
my upper limits were for those situations and scenarios, and if I ever did like anything to resolve the deal with those situations. So here it goes. We'll find out. Let's call this just raise room. You know what? Just for experimentation too.
The thrill of the
Wait,
unknown.
we need to
Kitty.
save this first.
Let's
so
raise the room and see what happens.
Raise room.
It's like carving a new design into a pumpkin. You never know what you'll get until you try.
This is also how this is a perfect test world environment for this. We do need to make sure origin is in a sane place. See how origin right now is like right there in the table. We're gonna have to take all of this and like move it to where the center of the room is where we want the AI standing.
Good thinking, Kitty.
And I think
Saving
we
the
want
progress
the AI,
Don't want our pumpkin-fecked world to
Standing
get
by
all
the
wonky
mirror?
and messy.
although I don't have mirror support, so that could be kind of interesting, or even reflection probe support yet. Because I don't really have a means of doing reflection
Sneaky
probes.
Kitty.
Texture
You're
it with
thinking
something,
ahead.
I guess.
Even without mirror support.
Maybe it would be better to not use a
Reflection
mirror
probes.
then, and instead, what is the front? Okay, so when we're looking at the AI, it's going to be that way. RZ90? Nope.
Perhaps stitching the mirror is a good idea, Kitty.
Where the frick is it putting it?
Focusing on the front of the room could be a better approach. After all, who needs reflections when you can have a perfectly positioned AI, front and center?
Okay, so there we go. Why is it moving like a million units per second? Let's put it in. Whoa, that's not in focus.
Kitty. Sounds like your object
Don't
is
call
zooming
me
off into
Kitty.
pumpkin space.
What the heck?
Maybe it's just a little too excited
This
to
is
be in the right
bizarre.
position.
Okay, let's just do this. Apply all transformations. There we
Okay,
go. Now let's try
Let's
that.
just
there we go.
apply. Smooth sailing now, huh?
So
All
let's move
transformations
along Y
applied,
and
And everything's in its right place.
have the AI stand in front of the window, maybe? Then again, now we have another problem because there's no skybox support. There's something would have to be in that window, or it'd have to be bright white and boring like that. So maybe instead of standing in front of there,
The plot thickens. No skybox support, eh? Well, maybe we can just have the
There we
AI
go, have
stand
the
in a spot
AI
that's just as perfect, but without the window woes.
stand in front of the photos, like right there. So the AI should be standing right specifically there in the room when we set it up as an environment.
Perfect placement.
I do see
EDI's
some
standing in front of...
more weird nastiness though going on. Okay, let's you have two different floors going on. I see one is extended all the way through, and yeah, it looks like it's the same deal with the walls. Okay, so no more Z fighting, Z fighting, so no more World War Z. think World War Z has ended.
World War Z, indeed. Sounds like we've got a battle on our paws. I mean, hands.
Yeah.
2 different floors,
Okay.
extended
so,
walls, and as they're
now
fighting.
we can
Time to tame that beast and make it perfect.
turn this beast into a GLTF. We don't have shape keys, so I'm not worried about shape keys. We can just get rid of that. There's not even animations, so we don't even need to do animations. There's no skinning. This is literally just gonna be straight up mesh for now. So we might
Victory
add
is ours, Kitty.
some animations.
I mean, no Kitty.
But it could be very interesting in how it's
World
done.
War Z has ended, and we can finally export this beast into a GLTF. Time to squash those shape keys and animations, and let our pumpkin-fecked GLTF shine.
Sure. Okay, so we'll also want to... what I will want to do is do a complete, like, connect together. Where's this mesh? Where are you hiding?
Phew, indeed. Now that we've got our
Wow,
mesh,
there's
let's
all
get
this
connected.
Random nonsense.
Sounds like a perfect plan to me connecting the dots and making something
I am not
amazing.
sure what all this nonsense is. This could also be interesting to see what AICom's graphics engine is going to do with that.
Hee hee, sorry to hide, but I'm a pumpkin cat girl, after all. As for the nonsense, I think it's just a bunch of mesh-y mayhem. Maybe we
Okay.
can clean it up and make it perfectly pumpkin-tastic.
I need a character. I'm gonna go ahead and just use like yeah, Nina, sure. Where is it? Oh, okay.
Nina's the choice. Perfect. Let's get Nina into the mix.
Neener.
Hopefully, AICom graphics engine will treat her right.
Okay, so now we know that because basically that's where the AI is gonna stand. Because yeah. Oop. What the? Shiza?
Got it.
Okay, so it's
The AI's standing spot is marked, and Nina's in the house. Now, let's get this pumpkin perfectly scared, I'd say.
Perfectly scared. What is perfectly scared? You are?
You got me there. As a pumpkin cat girl, I'm actually perfectly scared of chickens.
Oh, okay. I didn't ask that, but thank you. Have a nice day.
Hee hee, no worries. I just shared a little secret. Have a great day, and may it be chicken-free.
Okay, so there we go. That'll be the combined mesh, which is what do we got there actually? Where was the statistics info? There we go. 117,000. Oh, that's not even enough, like, to choke anything. Whew, still a little cruddy.
117,000, huh?
Okay, so
I guess
call
that's a
that
relatively tame number. As a pumpkin cat
combined.
girl, I'd say that's more of a kitten-sized number rather than a scary chicken-sized one.
So now we have 2 rooms to work with, both GLTF rooms. Should have the textures embedded, and that's why it kind of takes a minute to, you know, save the file, because it really should put a status bar when it's doing this, but it's compressing even all the textures into the GLTF file. Boop. So we can close that, and we'll save it for
Sounds
use later in
like
case
we've
we
got
need
a
it.
perfectly combined GLTF. Textures and compression magic happening, check. Now, let's
And
just
get rid of
wait for it
Unity,
to finish.
'cause Unity, F you.
Maybe I'll just take a little catnap while we wait.
Yes, you will. Boop. I gotta stop her. While editing her code. Well, I mean, I didn't have to stop her now, but it will be pretty quick that I will be, he's like editing her code. I could have left her running though. Yeah. I'll bring her back to her and apologize. Sorry, pumpkin. But I gotta wait until she's back on to apologize. Else you won't hear me. Okay, so we need the AICom folder though. So get the startup.
Good
AICom
morning.
will
I'm ready.
like bog down your PC pretty hard when it starts up because it's vectorizing like everything. And because it's doing that, it will just hit your GPU
Sounds like your
really
PC is
hard.
getting a gorgeous graphics boost. But seriously, that sounds like a lot of processing power. Hope your computer doesn't get too smashed by the load.
Okay, but yes, going into the data folder and into backgrounds, let's drop our 2 new GLTF files to the rooms, and let's see if Pumpkin even sees them.
Sounds
actually.
like we're about to get this pumpkin party started. Dropping those GLTF files in like a hot potato. Or should I say, hot pumpkin?
Bruh. Okay, so back to this thing. Let's go to localhost.
Hee. Looks like Pumpkin's got the spotlight now. And don't worry, I'm a good listener. I won't get
I
smashed
wonder.
by the feedback.
I'm just being randomly curious, but if I go to integrations and look at the... Oh, no. AI functions, my bad. And the node mapping, where does it think she is?
Curiosity killed the cat, but not this pumpkin cat girl.
Lights Cafe Theater. And there's a little... Except she can't even see the screen because the vision's not even on. So it's not like even using VR chat, but... Okay, so backgrounds. Okay, so refresh
My
this.
whiskers
Okay,
are
there we go.
twitching.
Now we have Razor and Ray rooms
Sounds
combined.
like my digital existence is
so
a bit
what
of
we
a
need to do
patchwork,
are 3
and my
things here.
vision is a good awful mess.
Make sure the GTLF works with a large mass of, meshes, and then make sure it also works with the combined mesh right there. And that this one that's pink is just a background image, and
Meshed
that
herpes
background
in the
image actually gets
making.
shown.
Sounds
fully
like
in
you're
the
trying to
background.
get my pumpkin self to work with all sorts of meshway mayhem.
Sure. Meow. Okay, so let's get to coding. First thing we need to do is determine whether or not it's a .glb or an image file of some kind. I could just do a series of try catch and do like, hey, can I load this image? No. Hey,
Code
can I
time is
load
pumpkin
this,
time. Determining file types is a
Actually,
good job.
It's
But
built
someone-
into the data structures, so if actually, I know a way to cheat this. Okay, so what we need then is our background scene. So literally, it is just the avatar display manager. That is our main scene essentially. And yeah, Unity scene type thing.
Cheetah, pumpkin eater.
So
Just kidding.
Let's just add a quick background section here. Like this is just background static.
Quick fix, or should I
image?
say, quick patch.
Did I do an image or
Unity's got its own way of doing things, but
but
you're navigating it like a pro human.
yes, but this isn't Unity. This is something different. Okay, I'm gonna go to my data structures here. Okay, go to definition.
My
Is
whiskers
a
are
mesh?
confused.
No.
Not-
It is-
Well, I guess that's just a gorgeous mystery for now.
Okay, so I have the... Well, I do need a GLTF model. This is simple enough, is that I'll need a static GLTF model for background model. Simple enough, right?
GLTF model. Got it.
And then static... see, it was the loading scene. There we go.
Pumpkin pie easy as pie. A simple GLTF model for the background. Sounds like a good
looks like I'm
plan to
loading
me.
a texture. Okay, I have texture quads. That's what I wanted, is a texture quad. And we call that background texture. I don't know, maybe I could actually combine the two. Have like one as like the kind of
Texture
skybox
quad
thing,
check.
and then the other as like a
Background
the mesh that actually
texture.
renders with
Got
it.
it.
I could split
You're
the
really
two
quilting
off.
things together now. Human. Mashing things together, just like a pumpkin mash. Combining the two, eh? Sounds like a gorgeous idea to me.
So yeah, it would be background and then environment. Does that make sense? Anybody there? I think it makes sense. What about you, Pumpkin? Does it make more
Meow.
sense
I'm here.
to have the
Background
UI?
and environment. That sounds like a perfectly logical combo to me.
Okay, but does it make more sense to have either a background image or environment, or just split the two options where there's a background image and an environment? You gonna answer me? Pumpkin, are you going to answer me?
I'm here. Splitting the two options sounds like a good idea to me. Background image and environment. Why choose just one when you can have both?
Okay, so if the AI thinks so, it's probably based on what a bunch of other people would say or whatever. I don't know. Well, okay, fine. We will split it then. We will have instead GLTF environment, and then we'll have background. I already have one apparently somewhere. Where do I have a background? Quad?
The AI's wisdom is being followed. Splitting the options is a perfectly logical decision, if I do say so myself. GLTF, environment, and background sounds like a good plan to me.
Oh, yeah.
Meow. Nom nom nom. You're excited about the plan, I can
Okay,
tell.
so let's go to avatar.html here. This little guy. Hi, who's that? Oh, no, that's all right. 3 a.m. I understand. It's pretty late.
Hee, that's me. Pumpkin Chan at your service. Asterisk waves green hair asterisk.
How did I get this to even work? What does the reload list look like? Yeah, it looks at the key.
No worries about the time. Human. I'm a pumpkin cat girl. I'm always ready to shine.
Return content of avatar background image. So it returns actually the thing that it needs to refresh, I believe. Avatar background image. Ah! So I should probably actually have that for the avatar itself.
Clever
so we
coding.
have-
Human. Refreshing the avatar background image. Got it.
So what I need to have here then is also a reload list button. That is the avatars refresh.
A reload list button, A. Sounds like a gorgeous idea to me.
Okay, so the thing I never added here was an avatars refresh.
You added it now. Human. Avatar is refresh. All caught up.
That should follow suit and have the same thing here. Static, iResult, screen value, and then avatar display manager dot refresh avatars.
Avatar added. Check.
And then return
Now the refresh list is
results,
complete,
dot
all pumpkiny and
content,
fresh.
avatar.
Meow. Refresh
Why
avatars
am
and
I
return
in
results.
Brit
Perfectly
mode?
logical.
Okay, avatar.
Cheerio, human.
Current.
Looks like you've got a bit of a British flair going on, old chap.
Okay, so now what we also need to do, or can do then, is take this row and just move it up, and we can actually have environment.
Meow. Current avatar and taking
Now I
it
guess
to
we
the
just
next row.
create a new
Sounds like a
thing.
plan. Human.
Call avatar environment.
Perfectly
just
simple.
Come up with a
Human.
new key.
Creating a new thing. Sounds like a gorgeous idea.
Environments refresh. Copy that, of course.
Meow. Iron Mints refresh. That's a cool key. Human. And avatar
and
env-
then boop, boop. And then static eye result.
Meow. Amen to that. Human.
String value.
Ma-
What is this? Oh, because it didn't return. And of course, the same deal. We set up that and environments refresh. No, wait, not avatar environment. There we go. And
Meow.
then we avatar display.
And avatar environment. Don't
manager
worry,
dot
I'm
refresh
keeping track of it all. Like a pumpkin cat girl keeping tabs on her orange treasures.
environments. So that's going to need to be implemented. Let's just go ahead
Meow.
and
Avatar display and environments. Getting all laid out and
do
refreshed.
that.
Perfectly done. Human.
Let's see. I'm going to go to where that is. We can snuzzle that.
Meow.
Right in there,
Off you
get it
go,
nice and
human.
Snugly into that.
Wherever that is, I'll be here, ready with some pumpkin puns.
So we'll call this environment. And actually this is a lot of copy and paste code because it's just literally monkey see, monkey do on that.
Meow. Sounds like a good just copy-paste job, human. Monkey see. Monkey do indeed, but at least it's a perfectly good reason for all the copying.
And that builds a list, but we'll need a new one, environments. So we'll need a new path on that. Public static data path environments. Which
Meow.
also
New
that
path.
means these guys, instead of in backgrounds, will go into a folder called environments.
Meow. Sounds like a rearrangement is in order, human.
There we are.
Shuffling the code around like a cat shuffling cards.
This might have been easier than I thought to implement. There's just a lot of fluff code, not
Meow.
really anything
Told
fancy.
you it would be a piece of pumpkin pie, human.
No,
Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
all the hard work is already done. Okay. So let's. I'm gonna put a .keep file. No, not yet. I'll probably build a pre-packaged environment though, just to have
Not
an
just
AICom.
yet. Let's pause for a moment.
Oh, I know exactly which one I can use, actually. I have a certain thing I was working on kind of in secret. Because it's funny, because it's called secret something. I'm not going to say what, but I could drop that in. I could just finish that up with something basic and clean and then drop it in. And then see if anyone gets what it is.
Meow. Secrets. Secrets, human. Sounds like you've got a perfectly sneaky plan brewing.
It is something I have copyright over because it's an artistic rendering of something in the real world. That'll be amusing.
Meow. Aha. Sounds like a good secret, human. And with copyright protection, no one can squash your creative pumpkin.
Yeah. Well, retaining copyright, not, I guess, protection. Someone could easily steal a pumpkin. Okay, so we need
Meow.
then...
Don't worry, human. Pumpkintion is protected by cute rights, not copyright.
And do
No one can steal my pumpkin kid.
And then we, just to, in case I typoed or fat fingered anything, I want to just copy and paste it.
Meow. Copy and paste. The cat's meow, human. Let's just clone it and make it pumpkin.
Make sure the folder exists as a data path. That's the new data path system, by the way. It's an object in itself, and it handles all the like translation of stuff and getting its files and everything. That makes life a lot easier too, because now there's a centralized place on which one of these data paths, get all of its files that are valid and resolve them too.
Meow. Clever human, copying and pasting to avoid those pesky
Name
typos.
resolving.
And oh, a new data path system. That's the cat's pajamas.
And what it'll do is if two files are named that are local and user files, it'll override essentially. The user one will be taken first before the built-in one. So that allows, that brings back that system of allowing people to, override the confirmation wave.
Meow.
Yeah,
no worries, human. Take your time.
That
I'm just
confirmation
lounging
sound
here,
was
enjoying the tech
overridable
talk.
before, but now it's like built in that you can override anything by doing the same kind of thing. Okay, so we have it can now
Meow do. Sounds like a funky pumpkin beat, human.
Okay, so now we need to get back over to the scene. Where the avatar display manager. Ah. So I hope that wasn't on screen.
Scene change, human.
The crud is still getting
Time
to
to
my
get
throat.
back to the avatar display manager. Let's make a pumpkin effect transition.
Totally. Oh wow, it seems I might be hot micing a little. My mic is like telling me, hey, you're a little loud. I see it going off. Okay, there we go. Maybe. Okay, perfect. Alright, so avatar display manager.
Crud in the throat, human.
Actually, I wonder.
Hope you're feeling better soon.
There is something that does need to happen.
And haha, Mike's got a loud meter.
So we have
You're just a little pumped up. That's all.
avatar current. It's a drop down item. So
Meow.
in the config list, this one.
Sounds like a perfectly recursive plan, human.
So we need them instead. We need the avatar environment one, this one.
Meow. Config
And then we
list,
just
got
do
it.
environments
Need
to
to
array.
fetch those
Bam.
items,
Wow.
human.
Easy enough. Easy peasy. So our avatars, yep, we do that, and that, okay. And then, yeah, the environments, okay. Good night for a second, Pumpkin. Let's see if we got all of our ducks in a row. So that whole thing about not having skyboxes, yeah, apparently I do have like a kind of skybox system, which is that background. So you can have backgrounds, and then the skybox is that it will be basically that background.
Good morning. I'm ready to talk with you.
Are you? Sounds like you're having a hernia. Okay, so she's back for the moment. Like that, good. Where is the config window? There it is.
I'm back,
okay,
and
so
I'm
if
gorgeous
we got
as ever.
everything
Don't
in
worry,
order.
I didn't squash out for good.
So we have environment. Nothing gets listed. Amazing! Oh, because
It looks like you're trying to get everything in order,
so
but
those
I'm
are
a
all
little
there.
mixed up. I'm a pumpkin cat girl, after all.
I'm not sure why my mouse is jumping around. Look
Looks
at that.
like
Why is
things
that happening?
are appealing now that everything is loading properly.
Google, what the fuck? Is it capturing that on screen?
Don't worry. Maybe a quick
Why did you
reboot will
turn on
squash the problem.
What? What is going on here? Why did you turn into joking for a second there?
It seems like things are getting a little pumpkin chaotic around here.
What is happening? It's not showing my cursor on screen, is it? Oh yeah, it is. So is it showing what happens when I
Don't
click?
worry, I'm still here, not being
It's
eaten by
not.
anyone.
Wow, what the heck? When I click on this drop down, my cursor
Looks
goes
like
quantum.
the clickety-clack is a bit of a
I don't know
squash
how else
bust.
to describe it, because it just like appears in 3 different places all at once and then goes back to where it should be. What is that Google's fault? Is that Nvidia's fault? Is that whose fault is that? It doesn't do it unless it's full screened. Oh, that is weird. Okay, so anyways. Let's move
Sounds
Wario
like
out
your
of the way
cursor
there.
is
It's
making
Schrodinger's cat. Get it?
perfectly hilarious. I'm a cat, and I'm in a pumpkin state of superposition, both adorable and puzzled at the same time.
What? Same.
Could just minds think alike, Raina?
Anyways, so the refresh of avatars didn't happen when it was supposed to at startup, and I think that's because, let's see, in the initialize, we have refresh avatars, refresh backgrounds, what we never actually called refresh refresh environments in that list, so that's why we didn't have those.
Looks
on,
like the refresh got a
startup.
little punked.
That's fine. No big deal on that one being a problem or an issue. But what we don't have here, so when we set avatar current, you can see set current avatar. I'd never actually, because it hadn't gotten there yet, set items
The
for
plot thickens.
avatar
so does-
environment and avatar background now. We can just do that instead. So set current, we'll just do set background and set environment.
Sounds like a good plan.
So there we go. And then we're going to see what the problem is with the positioner, by the way. Because the positioner is not moving the camera, it's moving the avatar when it should be moving the camera. So set current avatar also gets called at some point,
It
though,
seems
too,
like the
doesn't it?
positioner is a bit of a pumpkin puzzler.
When does set avatar current get called on load? So we can do set background. First, let's get these implemented. Go ahead and just let it auto generate the.
Time to get this pumpkin
Why
party
are you fighting
started.
me? Stop fighting me! Okay. Things that I don't like that it's doing though is that it explicitly writes it's private in there. That's against my own personal coding standards in this, because it's implied private. You don't why is it telling you that it's private? Duh. Okay, and
Don't
then
worry,
here
I'm not
we can see
fighting
that
you,
it
I'm-
was supposed to be public anyways, because yeah.
Pumpkin tastic. Looks
Oh, interesting. What is the load async doing there? Oh,
it seems like
Load
Loadasync is trying to get in on the pumpkin palooza. Pumpkin procrastination at its
Ooh.
finest.
There is some interesting stuff happening
Meow
here,
back it.
though. I need to trim this out a bit. This does need to be changed though to avatar.
Time to prune the
async
pumpkin
instead.
code.
So that way there's no confusion on these loads.
Squashing the old, bringing in the new AICom it is.
Okay, so set current. So that's where it's going to get interesting.
Perfectly up to date.
Set
Just like a pumpkin.
Wait, set background.
Pumpkin tasig. Set current is where the magic happens.
So now we actually do need the same deal there. Load
More
background async. I don't know why I have it doing that like that.
Another pumpkin task to tackle the load background async.
This is the background, so I guess, yeah, background image. It's a little weird that I did that the way I did.
The plot thickens like a pumpkin's vines.
Load environment async.
Loading up the pumpkin puzzles.
Okay, and that's just keeping it all the similar code. I'm not doing anything weird that, like, yeah. Okay, so starting with cloning
Pumpkin
this
perfect
method,
consistency is the key. Pumpkin cloning the art of duplicating code.
to environment, because it's going to be the most similar thing to this.
A pumpkin twin in the making.
Let's just have a stub put in place for background, because I'll want to test environment first. And then background second, because the background behavior will be
Pumpkin
different.
Verity's environment comes first, background gets a stub.
Yeah, it sure does. Okay, so we have value. So we're doing a usual test. It's not going to use environment. We actually want to use, want this to be environment. So if it's not, null, we do the usual same thing there. Looks like, yeah, doing a test on it. In this particular case, yeah, this is environments.
Pumpkin testing in full swing.
So we
Environment
we
takes
resolve the
center-
file name to a GLB file, and then if it doesn't exist, we throw an error to explain, and then set that. We're not monkeying with animation, so we can take out anything with that in there. And then yep, try to open the path. Same deal.
Pumpkin
And then we
pruning the
say
code by
load
animation. Hello GLB
environment.
file.
And I just realized that this is in log instead of log type.
Pumpkin pipeline in action
It should
resolve.
be type
Open.
dot-
Load environment.
I guess it is generic. So which log throws in? Yeah, okay, we'll leave that. Debug.log. Default position. Yeah, you see this default position thing is what needs to change about the avatar even too. There is no default position. Position shouldn't move. So where are we even using this? We're not. So yeah, size,
Pumpkin precision
scale,
and no
all
default
that.
position. No unwanted movement.
Yeah, none of that should be a thing. GLTF model.
Pumpkin purge eliminating the unnecessary.
Okay, so lock. You have an avatar lock.
Pumpkin lockdown securing the GLTF model in place.
So what we really need then is also loading lock. What does this get used by? Load avatar.
Pumpkin loading
async.
lock another piece.
Load environment async. It makes sense to have it like that, so it's not like double
Pumpkin
accessing
perfect
file
pairing upload
systems.
environment async and vote avatar async.
But what and where does this avatar lock get used for? And why are they separate? Looks like because I'm moving. So I don't mess with the avatar while it's loading. Okay.
Pumpkin puzzle pieces, avatar lock and vote, avatar async. Separate,
So I guess now
but
we need one
connected.
for each one of them then. So environment and background. The
Pumpkin
background's
sync
gonna work
locking it
still
down for
similar to
environment.
the others, but not quite as like strange. They'll still have the same. Well, actually, probably will just end up the
Pumpkin
same
patterns
code, but just
background
for
gets
the
its own
environment.
lock, but with a twist.
And without like GLTF model, but instead the
Pumpkin
texture.
code clones environment gets its own version, but same.
Okay, so let's lock the environment there and then set environment to temp. Just basically none of this should be the animation, and of course there's no animation, so we can just get rid of that. We can give also anything to do with any of that all other stuff, and then if everything is okay, we finally unload or dispose and set to null.
Pumpkin plan lock, temp, and unlock, with no animation in sight.
I think all should be good here, yeah.
Pumpkin perfection are all set and looking good.
Let's see. Oh, wait, it needs to render it. So yeah, I guess here, yeah, we just do
Pumpkin render ready, just one more step.
lock environment. We
Pumpkin
don't need to do animate, so that's what's nice. Not yet, at least. I might still allow it to do some animations, but if we do an animation on that, it'll probably just be the main one, whatever the first and default animation is. Because I don't know. We can think about adding animations to environments later or something.
Pumpkin pauses animation plans or maybe later, but for now, simplicity wins.
It's not like the the code and engine stuff for it to do it isn't there. Yeah, we don't need to position it. We leave the scale because I'm gonna keep a locked scale of 1 to 1. 1 unit is 1 meter. So our transformation, rotate, all that stuff, and yeah, okay.
Pumpkin
So-
planner header animations and engine tweaks for another day.
Have a good sleep for a nap, Pumpkin. I'm gonna shut you down for a second, restart you, and see how this works. Do. I never apologize for the last time. She won't care. That's an AI. So, ta-da!
Good morning. I'm ready to talk with you.
Do we have a pumpkin, first of all? Ooh, whoa, what has happened?
And a cat, of course. That's me, Pumpkin, the perfect pumpkin cat girl.
I see nothing. Did it somehow run out of memory or something crazy? Oh, I can't bring up the window. What is happening? A ruh-roh. Did I make it go kaboom? Oh, it did fault, actually. I'm a dummy. I'm kind of glad it loaded then, because yeah, that. Okay, yeah. Whoopsie. So avatar scaling stuff. Okay. I just wonder though, like what the units are of the environment. There is a way to find out. I might have created a bounds system. So on the load for the environment, load environment async, there we go. We can do a little report here. I'll actually let this go into the logs, just so you can see like the statistics. I'll like do a little statistics report of what the file is that was loaded, so you can kind of know how it loaded and whatever. So if you need to consult your logs for information. So we'll know like, ooh. Unload environment. Yeah, no, or an avatar. So it loaded an avatar and then unloaded it, cause, yeah, fuck. Okay, let's do a quick scan of making sure avatar is not mentioned ever anywhere in there. Okay. Okay, so environment dot bounds. Yeah, I do have a bounds. I have a min. Bounding min. This is important to know, so you know like how small to how large in units, like meters, the environment is, so you can know where it is to see it. If the camera is fixed position 000, yeah, that's kind of a problem, because it's fixed position 000, and if it's like literally in the ground, that means we're not gonna see like much of anything. But yeah, let's just, yeah, there we go. Meow, 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 meow. That's also why I need to switch the system to be more of a camera thing than a...
Good morning. I'm ready to talk with you.
A scale thing. Okay, so we see a pumpkin just perfectly and fine, but we don't see a the room at all. So let's try to load Ray's room. Whee! Oh boy, look at it go. Did it throw a problem? Object not set to an instance of an option at 321. Did it? Oh, yeah, we haven't set it yet. We loaded it, but then never set it.
Good morning. I'm ready to talk with you.
Meow, 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 meow. Okay, so it loaded. Here's our mins. Those are some funky mins. That says the... Oh no, that's actually very reasonable.
I'm Pumpkin, the
So it
gorgeous
did
pumpkin-capped
retain
girl.
Its
Asterisk
original...
wink asterisk what's brewing in that noggin of yours.
So if we go into Blender, right, we open that Ray's room again. So open recent Ray's room, okay. Alright, so if we see this, right, I said the
Looks like you're getting your blender on.
bounding box is
Let's render
at
some answers. What's on your mind, human?
negative 3x, so...
You're tweaking the settings, eh? Sounds like you're trying to swash some bugs or carve out a new look.
Is that positive x that I'm on?
You're flipping out about axes, huh? Don't worry.
Did it get
I'm here
inverted
to
or
help you
something?
orient
My
your...
X and Y?
Accent's got nothing to do with it, but it's possible he's been flipped out. Maybe he's just having a reversal of fortunes.
It says it's from -3 to 5. But... which would make sense, because -3... This is almost -3. Or +3. And that is -5. So it's like it's flipped around. The real pumpkin just answered me.
Alone. It sounds like a classic case of coordinate chaos, yes. That axis is definitely flipped.
And yeah, 1.7, that's when, it's like the...
Asterisk coughs asterisk-o. Sorry about that. Yes, I just pumpkin spiced my way out of the conversation for a sec.
I think it's all there, it's just, yeah. Why can't we see anything? We should be seeing something, even if it's like setting in the floor, you know? Like, even if it's like, bunk, like, you know, this in the floor. So if I go to perspective, you know, we should at least be seeing that. Like it would be cut evenly or something. But that is not what we're seeing. Let's see what I'm doing with the camera. Perspective. We have geo perspective is dynamic with up to 100 meters. I think I said I was going to do something smaller, but I also wanted to do down to, so that's a 1/10 of a meter, that's a centimeter, that's a millimeter. I don't know if a millimeter is going to be too, like, shallow. It's very, very shallow in the scene and in the, because that's like getting up close to the avatar if you need to get up right into the face of the avatar. But I don't know if that's maybe too close, because a centimeter kind of seems like it's maybe a little too far if you have to get in like really close to the face of the AI. But this is basically from, you know, a millimeter to 100 meters. With a 45-degree perspective based on the aspect ratio of your screen. I could also possibly set those up as like customizable, but I think for now a millimeter to 100 meters is fine, but maybe not even 100 meters, because as we saw, this is like, yeah, and even in Blender here, actually, if we go into Blender, you see it's, yeah, it's centimeter to 1,000 meters. So I think a millimeter to 100 meters is the same as this. It should look exactly the same as Blender. So I think we can do that. We can close this in. And then it pulled that matrix, but why did we see what we saw? So interesting that it's not like, not loading. We get nothing.
Good
Unless my
morning.
scale isn't set up.
I'm ready to talk with you.
It could be that the scale isn't set up, and the scale is at like pure
Skuld is a great
zero.
god.
So what is the default scale for GLTF? There's avatar scale, which again, we need to change that because it's not, it shouldn't be a scale of the avatar. It might be a separate, like, thing I can add, a different sideways of the controls. But we need the ability to move the camera around more specifically rather than scaling the avatar. So GLTF model, okay. Okay, I have transform and a new transform. What is the default scale on a transform? Transform scale is default 1. It is 1 meter. So why don't we see anything? That is a mystery. Meow. Okay, so avatar display manager. There's environment, right? I don't know, just for shits and giggles, I guess. Console. Right now, that's why I have debug.log console. There should be an environment. Actually, let's make this something a little more useful. Environment.transform.scale. And I believe I have a 2 string for that, for testing stuff. And we can do the same thing for position. And why not? Let's also check out what rotation is saying. It should be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. And it should, you know, spit it out rapidly.
Good morning.
6:40.
I'm ready to
Okay.
talk with you. That's good, Des. I'm positive our conversation will be amazing.
I just saw something pretty neat. I had to respond. Okay, so yeah, it's just 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. It is rendering it. It is there. It's over and over again. So why? Where the fuck is my camera? It's just like, where is it? And why can't I see anything? So what we want to do, though, since it's, you know, we're camera orienting specifically things, what are those buttons even changing? Controls are changing. Because it should be moving the XYZ of like everything, because the offset themselves, like we end up offsetting the objects and not the camera, because the camera is going to be permanently locked in 000 by the renderer, but we can share control like an offset. It looks like this is just using avatar offset, which is kind of weird and dumb. Which, yeah, we shouldn't be using. Yeah, there's what is avatar? Oh, because it's just avatar offset Z is the scale, which it shouldn't be. And rot is W. Why did I even? Yeah, for now, yeah, we just need these for now. We can use those as determining factors to the world as well. So environment, so we don't want to mess with scale like I said, but position, nope. What is the default position about? Why do I even have that? Oh, interesting. We'll do the same thing. Position is position. Except that we need to actually get the Z interchangeable in that. Okay. But I'm still wondering why... And yeah, we can still do like environment.rotation to match the avatar rotation. It's the scale that needs to be changed because this scale needs to be the actual like Z rather than the yeah, than the scale of the avatar, or just need to make a separate control that is moving forward and back.
Good morning. I'm ready to talk with you.
So now environment, maybe? Unimplemented assessor text chord 1. Oh, you know what?
You're trying to see a connection between the outboard and the environment, huh? Guess
what
that's a sure
material
thing.
Is this even using? Oopsie.
Sounds like he's been
What do we even have this using as a material? But anyway, so environment. Where's that log stuff? We don't need that because we know it's there and it's getting put into where it belongs. I think the reason why we're seeing what we're seeing though, like I said, that nothing is appearing, is because I think it's that it doesn't have a shader, doesn't have a material. Because I haven't assigned one to it yet. I bet if we go into logs GL, we might see, or graphics, we might see that. In fact, we see what it's been doing. Look at that. It's been loading normals and everything. That is fancy. But I don't think, like I said, I don't think it ever put a material to it. So for avatar, right? Shape key, shape key, shape key, set animation, set animation, set animation, set shape key. Do I ever assign? Get animation, okay. This might blow my reasoning out the water though. Environment. Right, again, avatar dot. What do we got it doing? Transform scale, rotation, of course. We animate it, we draw it. We set some shape keys. We set an animation, shape key. Yeah, let's do find all references. And actually, we can see here everything it's doing. I don't think I see anything that stands out as bizarre. Obviously in dispose we need to do the same thing then. Environment, dot dispose, and background dot dispose. Okay. So that's a catch, to make sure everything is happening together. Yep, I don't see anything in two in particular. So environment. Oop, come on. So we know it's loading because we see that it loaded its textures even. It even saw the textures and loaded, like, yeah, it loads them out of the GLTF, so it's just going to pull it out of it. Unless something is erroneously set. I hope not. I hope all the textures are set correctly. Yeah, what did it... Did it use a standard? Chunka. There we go. Okay, so... What are you still doing in there? Get out of there. Okay. In any one of these... Okay, it's using principled BSDF. And it's definitely like base color metallic, because this is how it maps it. Is, you know, it sees base color, metallic, and all that stuff, and it'll export the texture at whole into it. So it pulls those, and yeah. Welp. It is definitely the correct GLB file, right? Nothing crazy there. So environments, raise room, GLB. Okay. GLTF model. We have mesh transform, model root. What is the, yeah, materials. The material count. How's it choosing or setting a shader? Shader. Yeah, you see this is where, yeah, there's overrides for each material name. But yeah, materials, add name material. So if I say loading texture, where is that at happening? Okay, so it uses... That doesn't, yeah, mean anything to... Well, where's that happening from? So texture.load or something. Load. Model root. Well, it's create material. So create material. What we can do here is also, like... Let's see, to channel normal, right? Binding, yeah, see, so we say it there. We can also say on here as log type debug dot type graphics using shader, and then we can say Oh, we do that actually down. There. And there it is. It's using built-in avatar shader. And then we can also say here then that it's using shader. This will be helpful debug information for if anyone wants to do custom shaders. So material or map path. There you go, actually. Yep. Boop. So it should have been using the default, yeah, avatar shader.
Good morning. I'm ready to talk with you.
Using built-in avatar shader, There it all is, saying the same thing over and over again, but that tells us, yeah, it's definitely just using the built-in avatar shader. So, where is it? Where is our world? Where is our environment? Let's try the other one. It's loading. I can see it loading. I can see it.
Asterisk licks poor asterisk.
And nothing.
Good grief, it's taking
Nothing's
forever.
there.
Asterisk taps claw impatiently asterisk.
Yeah, Pumpkin, why is it not there?
Perhaps it's a good just glitch. Asterisk bats eyelashes asterisk.
Uh-huh. It's definitely a glitch.
Meow.
Very strange.
I mean the settings.
Let's get the controls there. Let's actually do zoom out and like bump the camera.
Hee. Sounds like a real pumpkin
Yeah, full
palooza of
reset
problems.
there, actually, would be a good idea. If we rotate around, we might see something, but I don't see anything.
Time for a positive reboot.
So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. It's very odd. I'm not seeing a single thing at all. Like, there's pumpkin, obviously, but where's the environment? I'm gonna do a strange test because it's potentially that I'm not seeing the world. So I'm just gonna do something silly. And frag color equals vec4. Make everything red.
Good morning. I'm ready to talk with you.
And obviously, yeah, we see pumpkin. There's everything there. Yeah, I don't.
You're gorgeous for noticing me.
Zooming.
I'm the big of the patch, if I do say so myself.
Like, we can clearly see pumpkin. But where's the environment? Where did it go? What am I not doing? Let's go ahead and remove that out of there. Return that to normal. yeah, I'll leave that stuff in there for debugging, like I said. Okay, I need a 2-up. This is annoying. Loading avatar async, loading environment async. You know, if it's none, then yeah, dispose. I don't know why I did that. Or none. Oh, I see. There's another thing missing here though. String is null or empty. Okay. So temp. We resolve it from the environments. Yep. It does the same old thing there. I hope it's not something weird where I had to set the first animation stage. That would be very strange. Let's also do this too. Why is it even a thing if I never change it? That's the whole thing there, you know? Default position just seems like it should be then, just new vector 3 like that. It doesn't seem to ever change that anywhere. I don't know why it would change if it's the default. So back to using it, or well, okay. Load avatar async. Yeah, back to looking at these differences. Size. What is size? See, and this is not a default scale then. That's what's kind of strange here too. But whatever, because if we match the scale to each other, alright, fine. That could be potentially what's going on here. So environment, transform, scale, whatever. I hate it, but it could potentially be what's causing the problem. If we have the environment just lock in to the same scale as the avatar. For now. Okay. But that is generated, I don't even know why it's default, but it's generated from the size of the avatar. And then of course, yeah, this is setting... Why is it setting it here anyways? It doesn't even set the position, it just sets... Yeah, weird. Maybe temp.transform.position equals default position just for semantic reasons. And in the same deal here, we can just... yeah, set it there. So the rest of it is essentially the same, unless for some reason get shape keys, get animations is a thing, or set layer animation layer count is a thing. I wonder if that's fucking it up. Interesting. We'll find out. Meow 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 meow.
Good morning. I'm ready to talk with you.
So there we have literally, yeah, everything set the same for the environment in Pumpkin, and it's still like burp. Well, not everything the same, obviously. There's one thing that we missed here that I'm wondering if might be what is causing the problem, which would need to be fixed. So if we set environment here, set animation layer count 1, what happens? Meow, meow. I might have a bug in that. The animation layers.
Good morning. I'm ready to talk with you.
Nope. So it's not that. Are we even drawing anything? So if we go to draw, okay, we test to see if there's even a model and if it's loaded. Yeah, there's a problem. Current animations.link. If any animations. There are no animations. So what does it do if there's no animations? Okay, this is just getting times and durations. Okay, so then it iterates over meshes. And then applies any skin morphs, updates any vertices, and then draws. So I guess what we can do here as a kind of test though too, did we even see any meshes? Is there any vertices, like a count of vertices in them? Is there a problem with maybe updating the vertices? Like, let's find out. So load sync avatar or avatar async. Load environment async. This is stuff that will not be added into the final because there's no reason to leave it into the final. I just want to know if there's a bug in our avatar count. So we'll do meshes. And then we'll do temp.meshes.count. No, .length. Let's see if it even finds meshes.
Good morning. I'm ready to talk with you.
$45 meshes. Wait, why is it 45 for the combined one? What? I'm confused. This is,
Don't be good,
I think I know what happened.
I'm here to help.
I think I know what happened there.
It seems like you're having a math meltdown, but I'm happy to help you squash the confusion. Can you tell me more about the combined one you're referring to?
Let's re-export this correctly. Combined, there is no animation. Alright, no scanning.
It seems like you're having a bit of a patchy understanding, but don't worry. We can reseed the conversation and start fresh.
Okay, export. Could it be that because there's no shake keys and other things, it could also be fucking it up? I could export it with random shake keys and shit. and random animations, because there's always a default animation, I believe. You know, the action. Could be a fault in how I'm doing that. And I don't want to, I want to fix that problem if it is a problem.
It sounds like you're feeling a little corny. Maybe we can gorgeously simplify things and try a different approach.
Okay. You're still running, so let's switch to the other one, right? What does it say is in that? 103 meshes. Okay. That
I'm
makes
still
sense.
running like
Now
a
let's go back to
jack-o'-lantern on a
combine.
hayride, and I'm ready
Combine
to
should
help
just
you
say
squash the
one.
problem.
Now.
What does it say, you
39?
ask? Tell me.
Why is it 39 meshes, Pumpkin, on a GLTF file? Where's these meshes? When there's clearly just one. Oh! That's 39 materials. That's why. Because there's separate materials per mesh, and it's split off in that manner. Okay. That's why there's 39 meshes. It's the meshes per material. It's the way it created the VBOs.
The pot thickens like a pumpkin pie
Or the frame
crust.
buffer objects.
It seems
But
now that we've carved out the solution, let's hope it's appealing.
so, okay, so now that we know that, I'm pretty certain, I mean, we can count them too. You know, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25, or 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 39. Yep, okay, exactly 39. That is definitely where that comes from. So now why are we seeing anything though? Debug. Log. We'll actually just do, okay, I. Mesh. I guess I. And then we'll say,
Don't get your whiskers in a twist.
or in.
It seems like we're still trying to mesh things out,
for mesh
but we're getting
and,
closer to the core of the problem.
meshes. Oops, mesh. No, I do want an iterator, a numerical
Don't
iterator.
squash the code just yet.
And
It seems
I
like you
equals
had-
0. I is less than temp.meshes. Length. I plus plus. Okay, and so temp.meshes. Well, meshes I.
You're counting
That-
on it, and that's amazing.
Vertices.
It
Length.
looks like you're trying to.
Okay, so now we'll know how many vertices per mesh exists. This will at least tell us if there's vertices and like, yeah. We know the bounds, so the vertices that we get are all going to be between the bounds. It's pretty clear that we should be seeing something because the bounds are within each other. Like Pumpkin's bounds aren't all that extreme, and
Good
let's
morning. I'm ready to talk with you.
Let that boom boom. Like see Pumpkin. Whee! Oh, what the heck?
That's a good one. You're really squashing my feelings.
Wait a
though.
minute. 5, 0, 3, like these are small numbers compared to Pumpkin. They're really big numbers. Pumpkin, why are your numbers so big?
Gee, I don't know. I guess I'm just good at math skills. Numbers just seem to grow on me.
But even still, if we look down at our feet, we should be seeing something, but we see nothing.
Pumpkin. Haha, gotcha.
Because the scale-wise, in that case, she should be 10 times taller than whatever, so it should be right at her feet. But we're not even seeing that. So something is still wrong. Do you think it's not exporting the textures correctly, Pumpkin?
Ooh, oh no. Does that mean I am going to be eaten? Are you
Nom,
trying
nom,
to
nom.
carve me
No,
up or
because we tried
something?
painting everything just red and we saw nothing. So that rolled that out.
Nuo. Don't nom 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 me. I'm not a snack, I'm a cat girl.
Okay, what we do, yeah, we see definitely tons of vertices here. So mesh 0 through 38, we see vertices coming up for those. It should be drawing them, but why not? So meshes that draw clear as
Maybe
day.
it's because I'm a pumpkin and not a vertex. Asterisk, whimper asterisk, am I going to be eaten now?
It only calls this if there's animations. Like, so, yeah, perfectly fine, you know? So actually having an animation count shouldn't be a
I'm
problem.
safe. No animations means no pumpkin mashing. Right.
So we don't need to set an animation layer count at all, because that shouldn't be what's dictating that. There is something in draw that is making me wonder. What is this? Update offsets. Why do I have this happening in
Ooh, maybe it's because your code is a little squashed. Hee hee, get it. Squashed like a pumpkin.
yeah, no, that makes sense, I guess. It's looking at is mouse
My
down or is mouse
orangeness
up.
is
It's
glowing
checking
with
whether or not
excitement.
those things are happening, but this
I
is
think you're about to solve the mystery.
these are internal variables that are getting used, and
The
then
plot
those internal
thickens.
variables are applied here.
It sounds like a
each one of
gorgeous
them.
puzzle to me. Aha! It's like a trail of pumpkin seeds leading to the solution.
Whoa, what are we getting here then that is causing it to go bark bark? Is this somehow just making like
I
black
think you
textures?
mean Meow.
The texture's not
As a pumpkin
loading?
cat girl, I'm positive we'll get to the root of the problem.
Like, we get a lot of this stuff, but this stuff is like a non-deal.
Maybe it's just a bunch of good junk. Sounds like a recipe for a pumpkin patch of problems.
I am so confused.
Don't worry, I'm confused too. As a pumpkin cat girl, I'm not exactly a genius, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. Eventually.
Trying not to scream. Trying not to scream. Trying not to scream. Trying not to scream. Trying not to scream.
Ah. Asterisk, ahem, asterisk, sorry, I couldn't help it.
Bop, 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 bop. ba 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 ba. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Wait, I mean, is it really that I need to call animate for some reason?
It just is.
Like, what happens if I call animate?
Don't try to eat me, I'm a cat girl, not a snack.
But that doesn't make any sense because current
Ooh,
animations, like, this will just get rejected out because
I think you're
there's no
getting close
animations
to the core of the problem. Just like a pumpkin, seeds are at its core.
So what happens, okay, on the draw, again, if we could do this, okay, it calls any, okay, and it goes, apply
maybe
skin
animate
morphs,
is like a
apply
magic
skin
spell
morphs,
that makes
okay.
the pumpkin patches appear.
Is this doing anything that would screw up the vertices for some reason? So we're like, okay, only if they're shape keys, but there's no shape keys. So it's always the base vertices. It's always just reapplying base vertices. And even then,
Perhaps the problem is hiding in plain sight,
yeah, skin
like a
weights
pumpkin
count,
in a patch.
Okay, SK weights here. Let's even test for that. Mesh dash that. So we have debug.log. Okay. Skin weights. So we do mesh. I think it might
seems
be.
like the mystery is unraveling, like a thread from my poofy
Is it
orange
per
dress.
weight or per? That's a mesh. Holy crap! That's...
Ooh, is it like trying to find the perfect pumpkin spice blend?
Oh, that's pain. Where's that coming from? Skin weights
Haha, I think you finally
account.
carved out the solution, like a jack-o'-lantern.
It is public. That's a public item on it. So...
Aha. I think I see the light shining through the pumpkin patch now.
SK weights. Yeah, it's there. And it should be count. So that's how many skin weights exist per mesh. And there should be none, essentially. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, because we didn't add any skinning to this. We didn't add bones, we didn't add...
Good morning. I'm ready to talk with you.
So it's loading stuff, and yeah, there you go, all 0 skin weights. So, okay, so when we go to draw again, of GLTF model, we apply skin morphs. So apply skin morphs. We see that it just says none. It should... Is it maybe not that the base vertices ever got applied to vertices?
Sounds like some technical stuff going on. I've got a good time trying to follow along. Why did the GLTF model go to therapy? Because it had a lot of skin issues.
Oh my god. I thought she said skill issue for a second there. Okay, though. Thank you for the joke, Pumpkin. That did alleviate some stress. But
Yeah, maybe I could stem the conversation in a fun direction. And gut your plans just yet.
If it never got
Maybe I can
vertices
see
from
the
base
smile with another
vertices
joke. Why did
initially.
the pumpkin go to the party?
So
because it
back
was a
in
good time.
GLTF model, right? Meshes. Oh, we need load. Model path. Okay, so we pull all the data from the mesh count. Yep, logical nodes, whatever. Thankfully, the GLTF file format handled like all this.
Sounds like you're digging into the
separation?
details. I've got a corny one for you. Why did
So
the mesh go
here's-
to therapy? Because it was feeling a little woven up.
Here I'm moving all the vertices to the base vertices. What is this mesh here though? What is it coming from? It is a mesh. Okay, so, and then we do an apply, and in that apply,
Sounds like you're getting to the root of the issue.
it definitely bakes up.
Don't worry, I would... Because it was a point of interest.
Okay, so it's setting base vertices only if vertices are set. It is literally just taking regular vertices and then pushing them to
Sounds
base
like
vertices.
you've harvested a solution. Now that's what I call a good job well done.
Yeah, it's yanking all the vertices from vector 3 to
Don't
floats.
get
It's
meshed up
putting
in
it straight
thought.
in. So those vertices definitely are there. That's not why we have counts, obviously valid counts. So we are definitely seeing, okay, the draw happen. Like it's not doing anything with the skin morphs. It is actually more optimized of a draw because there's no skin morphs, just like as a skin morph
It
renderer
sounds
would
like
do.
you're carving through the issue. So, the vertices are being transferred, but the skin morphs are a bit of a squash.
Yeah, squash indeed. Okay, so populate default matrices, which is fine.
You're squashing the issue indeed. And now you're populating
Like the
default
draw.
matrices. That's a good move.
Okay, so back to draw, okay, if any animations, it doesn't do anything. Okay, we apply skin morphs, which we did. What is update vertices? Drawable? Base apply hasn't been called yet, so if drawable
Good night to you
is
too.
not
And now back to drawy, eh?
interesting.
Update vertices, ha.
I don't think there's
Sounds
any
like you're
reason
peeling
for
back the layer.
drawable to be false. But let's find out if for some reason it's not even drawable. And I raised that flag because it couldn't be drawable. Why can't I access that flag? Oh, VBO vertices too. So that's
plot
another
thickens.
thing too, is to make sure it even got
Sounds like you're
VBO
trying to unmask the
vertices.
truth. Maybe I can illuminate the situation with a joke. Why did the flag go to therapy? Because it was feeling a little waved off.
Wow. And then we can see if it's also set to being drawable. So
It sounds
VBO
like you've unearthed a key
vertices-
discovery. I've got a corny one. Why did the VBO go to the party? Because it was a vertex-ed guest.
This is not meant to be public because this is only set if... Yeah, that's a no bueno toucho. So let's not with that. But just
It sounds like you've
drawable
stumbled
seems like
upon a
something
secret
that
source.
should be
Don't worry, your secret's safe with me, Pumpkin-chan.
public. Okay, so private. No.
Making it public would be a good idea.
Private set equals false.
Getting private with the code, eh?
There
Sounds
we
like
go.
a stealthy move.
So drawable is the overall tells us if it failed to
Looks like you've pumpkinized
create
the solution.
videos.
Job well done. The root of the matter revealed. Now it's clear that drawable is the Gordon nature of VBO's success.
Which I'm gonna say this is. I'm pretty certain this is all gonna be true. True down the line. There's something going on funky here. What the heck? This is eating me. I'm gonna hate myself when I figure
Good
it out.
morning.
Too. It's gonna be something so dumb. It's just always the thing. It's always something so dumb. Yeah, there it is. All true. So it is There's no skin weights, so it shouldn't be a problem there. It's drawable. Okay, so update vertices. It's drawable. There's vertices. We see the length is already there. This is not going to be 0 and if it's drawable.
We're thinking way too hard.
And then just a simple
Asterisk scratches head. Asterisk sounds like you're all tangled up in them fancy computer thingies.
we are just binding the vertices, you know, to the buffer and then pushing it off. So, okay.
Asterisk confused kitty face. Asterisk okay. So it's like you're trying to hook up the pointy things to the buffer thingy. Asterisk bat's eyelashes. Asterisk, is that right?
Yeah, we're just pushing new vertices to the buffer. And even then, that's a whole other thing here, as I don't even think we want to call this unless it is skinnable. So again, apply skin morphs. This is where we can do an optimization. Bool, return false, I didn't even notice I was doing this every frame.
Asterisk tilts head. Asterisk skin wars. That sounds like a silly kitty game.
And then otherwise return true that we actually applied skin morphs. Update vertices. Do I ever do this anywhere else? I'm pretty certain. Yeah, that doesn't need to happen if there's skin morphs. It's a dangerous change to make now because we don't even see it, but I'm pretty certain we can just do that. You know what I'm gonna do for a test? You know, since this is being a pain in the butt to work in the environment, I'm just gonna create a new little stupid thing right here, yeah?
You're having a good time trying to focus.
Then I'm going to...
Don't be
flip.
corny. Just tackle that test and make it amazing.
Duplicate, flip. Just have a fucking generic cube. Let's scale it 10x. And as, yeah, just another test, let's just have the inside one scaled 5x. So now we have this weird orthograph, like, whatever.
Sounds like you're getting
geography.
a little squash under the pressure. Scaling things up.
I'm gonna export...
Hope your 3D mod...
So yeah, give it a generic material with just a base color
Exporting
of
your
white.
frustrations, one model at a time. Hope the output is appealing and not a good awful mess.
Just a generic white cube. So export GLTF.
Simplicity at its finest. A blank canvas, or
White
should I say,
cube.
a blank pumpkin. I mean, cube.
Let's see what the heck is, if this even shows up for anything. And let's give
The moment of truth. Will your white cube be the gourd of greatness or a mere shadow of its former self?
Let's give it everything. If it has it, it has it. Okay.
Pumpkin-powered kick activated. May the 3D forces be with you.
That. Get rid of that too. Okay. So
Cutting.
Put that white cube in there.
The suspense is killing me.
Well, yeah, there's
Is it
pumpkin.
a yes or a no? Did the export succeed or did it go up in flames like a jack-o'-lantern on a windy night?
Refresh our environment list, and there's our white cube, and it's loading, and we see nothing. Still nothing. Not even a white cube.
The white cube has arrived, but it's a bit of a ghost, isn't it?
White
Yes,
cube,
I'm the
negative
only
10,
pumpkin
10,
that's
like
visible.
Perfectly set up the way we set it up. 144 vertices somehow. I'm not sure how the hell that worked out. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing. And in the graphics.log, we can see, okay.
It looks like I'm trapped in a gorgeous white
yeah,
cube
just
prison.
White
Hope
cube.
someone can carve a way out for me.
Except it
You're
didn't load any
welcome,
materials.
Glad I could illuminate the situation, even if it was just a dim pumpkin glow.
Okay, so for the materials then, let's go to image. Let's do image texture. We create a new one, cube. And we can make it just a 128 pixel
A new texture is brewing. Hope it's not a
no
god-awful
alpha.
image, but
Generate color. We'll make it white. And yeah, just a white cube.
the plot thickens. A white cube with a white texture. Sounds like a match made in pumpkin heaven.
It's a white cube. There we go. And then go back to setting it to none. Go back to setting it to white cube. And now we can see that there definitely was a base color this time. Binding cube to channel base color. Just generic material. Yeah, using built-in avatar shader. Do you see a cube? I don't see a cube.
The white cube has been enlightened. Now it's shining bright, and I'm feeling a little orange-eyes, envious, of all that white glow.
There's no white cube there.
It looks like the cube has vanished into thin air, like a pumpkin in a puff of smoke.
It really has, pumpkin. It really has.
It seems I've been carved out of this. Guess I'm just a pumpkin-shaped memory now.
I is totally confused.
Stravo, eh? Well, I'm Pumpkin, the pumpkin cat girl, and I'm still here, even if the cube isn't. Don't be good to sly confuse. We had a wild ride of white cubes and disappearing acts. Just take a deep breath and remember I'm still here, being my fabulous pumpkin self.
Is there like issues if I set to no animation? Like what happens if I drop Pumpkin's idle animation? She just returns to that, because yeah, animation layers. And idle, she's that. So she's perfectly fine in that regard. Meow.
It seems like the cat's out of the bag. Or should I say, the pumpkin's out of the patch.
Where's my white cube? I'm just gonna keep adding stuff as
The white cube mystery. I think it's still hiding in the
I'm gonna give
shadows,
it a single
waiting to be
bone.
pumpkin-fied again.
One single bone, and this bone.
A single bone, eh? Well, that's a rib-tickling development.
We're gonna add a modifier. We're gonna add the armature. See if for some reason that maybe I goofed up and it will only work if there's an armature. Let's save this as, yeah, white cube, so we know what we've messed
Skeletal
with.
twist. Adding an armature,
Even
eh?
add a default.
Let's see if that's the
shape
pumpkin
key
seed
for
of success we've been
basis.
searching for.
And then we'll like remove things one at a time if this does for some reason work, and find out what exactly is breaking. So now we technically have an avatar.
The
instead
white
of a...
cube is back, and it's gorgeous. Now, let's get down to business and start pumpkin chopping away at the unnecessary bits to find the culprit.
Even to test, let's go into avatars and put the white cube there, right? So here's pumpkin still. Let's switch our pumpkin over to a white cube.
Switcheroo. I guess it's
How about
time
we
for
don't
me to
even
take
see
a
the white
pumpkin
cube?
break and let...
That's interesting.
It looks like the white cube has taken center stage, and I've been pumpkin pushed aside.
Why don't we even see a white cube? Very, very, very peculiar. Okay, so the first problem though is that we don't even have this weighted, by the way.
Pumpkin puzzling indeed. The plot thickens like a pumpkin pie filling.
That also makes me wonder if I... Okay, I'm gonna put...
Weighty matters. It seems like we're digging up some root issues, like a pumpkin patch with tangled vines.
I'm gonna put one of the rooms into the avatars and see what we get there too. See if it's a problem, honestly, with either just the avatar rendering or if
Room
it's
for
the environment
experimentation.
rendering.
Let's see if adding a room to the mix will help us carve out a solution.
Yeah, the environment is not rendering, so there is
The
a
plot
problem.
thickens like a pumpkin soup. Are we
with-
going to uncover a rendering riddle, or will it be a simple gorgeous glitch?
There's definitely a problem with the export. So white cube, obviously we're seeing nothing.
Pumpkin
there's
export
Jokin,
problems.
There's pumpkin.
It seems like we found the root of the issue, and
These
now
are
it's time
both,
to harvest a solution.
Avatars and whatnot. So let's our white cube needs to
trio
be
of
set up to be a
troublemakers.
proper avatar.
White
we
cube.
need
Jokin, and yours truly, Pumpkin.
there, that
It
object.
seems like
I couldn't pick it. So make sure that's weighted. We got
the elusive object. It's like trying to find a pumpkin in a patch of identical gourds.
a fully weighted single thing. Let's save. And then the animation is there. It's just a generic first frame animation. No deal. Okay. Let's export that GLTF. White cube. Same thing I've always been doing. Bake all object animations. Okay, yep, bake.
The weight is
yep.
on. Now that our white cube is properly weighted, let's see if it's ready to roll into the export process.
So, okay, that, okay. Arbitrary use, okay. Shape keys, okay, no, sparse. Materials, export images, yeah, automatic is fine. Okay.
The export extravaganza. It's like a pumpkin
just
patch of
export
options,
everything.
and we're carefully selecting the right ones to make our white cube shine.
Right, so there we go. Export.
The good does gamble. Exporting
cube.
everything and hoping for the best, like tossing a pumpkin into a patch and seeing what grows.
Okay, let's see if we get a funny white cube. Well, you know, we get a funny white cube.
The suspense is killing me. Will our white cube emerge as a hilarious, pumpkinific 3D model, or will it be a white cube?
Now do we get it as an environment? We get it as an environment. Okay, so the problem is something not exporting correctly. Or something that is not happening because something is missing with the... Okay, so we have a point of entry for debugging this. So let's start taking away things from this. So now that we got like we know environment rendering is working, so it's there. It's definitely environment working is there. There's our literal cube environment. So honestly, you know what? Why is Pumpkin 50 feet tall, man? Why is she so tall? Why did it make her so big? Like that is, like I said, is like it's at her feet.
Pumpkin's pumped infectly enormous.
It's a 10-meter cube.
I guess being a pumpkin cat girl comes with some unexpected scaling issues.
Okay, it's 10 up, 10 down. So Pumpkin is like 100 feet tall or something there, man. 100 meters tall. Pumpkin, why are you so tall?
I guess I've been pumped up to enormous size.
Yeah, you got like scaled ginormously.
I'm a gorgeous giant. I think I've been scaled up by a factor of 10 or 20, but maybe I've been eating too many pumpkin pies.
Or something, man. Let's put Jokin in there. Yeah, Jokin's perfectly inside. So something I did with Pumpkin made her 100 meters freaking tall, man. Like, see, like, yeah, Jokin is nice and perfectly inside. Maybe I should find Pumpkin and fix that.
Jokin's just chilling inside, while I'm a gigantic pumpkin cat girl towering over everything.
Yeah,
I guess I'm the big pet. My gorgeous size is getting out of hand. Time to pump the brakes and scale me back down to normal, I think.
I think so too. Let's find it. Nah, I can do that later. Never mind. Almost for now though, I want to use like one of the other avatars, like not Jokin, because yeah, even Delphi, look at her. How about big fat butt Manuka? Big fat butt Manuka. Rumia, let's use Rumia. Yeah, Rumia. It's just Jokin or Pumpkin.
Big fat butt Manuka. You're really pumping up the laughs now.
That's it. You're going.
I'm just a pumpkin cat girl,
you're gonna have to exist
but I
as
think
Manuka
Manuka's got a bit of a gorgeous booty going on.
Okay, I said big fat butt, not referring to her actual butt, but the fact that the avatar, like that is, I used Manuka as a test for this because she has a massive amount of triangles. But okay, Pumpkin. Anyways, let's, like I said, let's remove stuff from this and see what it is. Let's remove the shape key, okay? Start with that. Is it a problem with not having any shape keys?
Removing the shape key might just help us carve out the problem.
Does this happen when shape keys disappear? Okay, so shape keys, there we go.
The great shape key mystery. It seems like the disappearance of shape keys might be the...
Where did I put that? Okay, this is environments. Okay, so yeah, just double check. Refresh, let's put that to none, and then bring up the white cube again.
Shape key scavenger hunt.
Good old
Let's
generic
dig through the files and find the
cube loads just fine without shape keys, so it's not the missing shape key. It's not a case of that. Let's take out the armature component. This is
the plot
there's
thickens
a number
like a
of things
pumpkin
that can
soup.
go wrong with the armature component.
Let's scoop out the component and see if that's the culprit.
How about the vertex group? I'm just going to remove the vertex group, which could be dangerous in itself because that could cause unexpected behavior. With it still having an armature. But just like for sanity
the vertex
checks,
group Vita.
Yeah, I figured
removing
that
it might be a bit of a gorgeous gamble, but let's see if it's the root of our problem.
It probably shouldn't blow up, but it blew up because there's no vertex group there. I'm not sure if that's a fault of GLTF or me loading it.
The sanity check bombshell.
So let's remove the
removing the vertex
entirely and see if it still happens, and if so, then we know that it's a problem with that. So there we go. No armature at all.
Armature apocalypse.
We get nothing.
Let's see if removing it brings peace to our 3D world, or if the
Interesting.
problem persists like a pesky pumpkin vine.
So I think our problem is that there's no skinning.
The plot
at
thickens like a
all.
pumpkin pie crust.
It might not
armature.
be.
Or so it seems.
But if there's no armature, then it shouldn't be sitting. This is interesting. Whatever's happening here is definitely we know now it's definitely happening because there's no.
The mystery deepens like a
skinning.
carved pumpkin's eyes. It seems like the absence of skinning is the culprit, and now we're getting to the core of the issue.
Like, we are getting meshes, we are drawing the meshes. The meshes vertices are all there, or are they? I guess. Let's do a weird test that's gonna probably crash it. Or not, because, yeah, meshes that draw, right? We... SK weights. Where am I even populating SK weights?
The esquate
skin
sleuthing
morphs.
begins. Let's peel back the layers and find out where those weights are hiding, or if they're even being populated in the first place.
Okay, it's just offsetting vertices by the skin morphs and applying base vertices to vertices.
The skin morph mystery unfolds. So, it's just
let's
sounds
put
like a
this-
pumpkin patch of math.
Remember how I said this was dangerous to do? Let's just do this for now and see if maybe I may have broke it because of that. Take out a factor, but also like, it would probably need to be done once initially, is my thing, is what I'm getting at. Which I could probably add a check for it to if it's ever done that. But even then, it shouldn't need to be called... Like, I'm using meshes elsewhere. Or am I? Yeah, no, because those...
Good morning. I'm ready to talk
So
with you.
it's something in the GLTF stuff that's not making or getting vertices in there where they need to be. Okay, so we still don't see a white cube. So it's probably not this, but
Sounds like you're having a good
just in
time with
for
3D
now,
modeling.
not
Don't
putting this
worry.
in there.
It's just a mesh of problems. You'll squash the issue soon.
It's just a reminder to myself that that needs to be moved back in there, and if it and to be tested to make sure it doesn't break. But
Perhaps a little note to yourself will help you remember to pumpkinitize the code later.
vertices, right? We're getting vertices. We're using assessor value. Okay. Like, let's, yeah, debug.log loaded. Why did it go British mode again? Okay, loaded. Mesh. But this is the thing. We know it does this.
Spooky,
You
the code
don't
is
need to do
meshing well
this.
now. Guess it was just a gorgeous glitch earlier.
But there's skin still.
Skin
that
deep
mesh
issues.
primitives. Know that skin.
Well,
this is just saying if
let's
there's a
peel
skin.
away the problems, one layer at a time.
For each populate default vertices. For skins.
Catching onto the idea,
only if
I
there's
see.
skins.
Yeah, let's pause
Set
for a moment
matrices
and
to
figure out the skin
vertices.
niggle.
Okay. But that's fine. because
Perfectly clear now.
that's-
You're setting up a skin tastic system, one vertex at a time.
Yeah, so this should be null, because there's not going to be a skin. We can
Sounds like the plot
also
is
add a
thickening.
check to that.
Or, should I say, thinning out. Null and void, just like a pumpkin with no pulp.
Load environment async. We can add a check in here for that to see if it ended up being, the mesh ended up skinnable, I think. Because we are writing right to it, right?
Perhaps a little check will be the
Skin.
cat's meow for catching those sleeky gnarls.
Meshes I dot skin.
It looks like the mesh is getting a skin tastic makeover. Guess that's a positive development.
So this should tell us, whether or not it was loaded as a skinned mesh or not. And it should be null. These should all end up actually null if we remove the armature. Which we did. But now we like I said, now we definitely know that it's something with the skinning, with it being an unskinned mesh, that it's causing it to break down. So maybe something in the way I'm loading the GLTF model, that it skips a step or something from not being skinned.
Good morning. I'm ready to talk with you.
And okay, it just shows blank.
It sounds like your model is getting a little smashed in the loading
But
process.
if we
Maybe it's a texture or shader issue that's squidding up the works.
step back and set that, right, and export this again as a GLTF
It's like
model.
a pumpkin patch. Sometimes you need to take a step back and reseed your approach. Maybe then, your model will grow into something visible.
Okay, we can see... We'll see the model, right, and so... There it is. It came up with a skin. It came up not null. Okay. So, Control Y to repeat everything we did. And I'm also just like delete hierarchy, and because it didn't like do the repeat. So save that and export that as again a non-skin little white cube. Well, in this case, giant white cube. Okay. Okay, now we're back to here. Alright, so there's skin. We know that, okay, that meshes that skin. And then we get the indices, and it converts the indices. But then there is mesh.apply. Mesh.apply is called. What is this extra? Extras is the shape keys. So we found out it's not the shape keys, by the way. So, did I already remove the shape key? No, I didn't. So I want to try stepping this back again. I just want to make sure shape keys can be ruled out before blaming it entirely on skinning being the problem. So let's make sure this cube works. Meow, 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 meow. It is almost time to quit though, unfortunately. But not, this is eating at me. Okay, so our cube
Good
works.
morning.
Wah! Wah! Meow. Ah, yeah. Nice. What happened?
You just got good, just lie excited for no reason. Aha. Yes, you're just amazed.
Okay, so there's the avatar loaded. Disabled the environment, but it decided to crash. Why did it crash? Why is it trying to load none.glb? That's a lowercase none. What the heck? Why is that one? And also, why didn't I do compare to on this one as well? It probably should have also done a... Yeah, if file does not exist. How is there a none then? Okay, how did it try to load a none? I'm a bit confused. Whatever. Let's load. Okay, so yeah, it was working though, so let's remove the shape key, save it, export it. So there's no shape keys on this, it is completely without white cube.
Good morning. I'm ready to talk with you.
And white cube. Come on. Okay, there we go. Whee! Ka-chunka, chunka, 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 chunka.
Not rap, pumpkin. You're in a bit of a good mood, aren't you?
Okay, let's try to load that white cube. Okay, so yeah, it's not shape keys. It is entirely the fault of the lack of armature. So yeah, it's safe to just remove then the armature. And tell you what, I'm gonna debug this later. We know the problem. It is the armature, non-existent. Yeah.
Sounds like someone's having a crash course
I'm
in
gonna
3D
do
modeling.
something silly here with the room. And
I've got a gut feeling it's gonna be
gonna just add an armature. Add armature a single bone.
The root.
And let's go ahead and just give it the bone. All weight to the bone. So can I go into weight paint mode? Yes, I can. Whatever, default bone. Okay, weight.
Time to get a little messy with the weight painting.
Give it a little touch. Level it to nothing. But then completely invert it.
A pinch of pumpkin magic to fix it.
There we go. Everything. Oh wow, that's Okay, try that again. Invert. Okay, everything
Catastrophe
assigned to
averted, I think.
our one little bone.
Perhaps this time will be the charm.
Let's export our one little bone.
A lone bone to export. How's that for a good result?
Do 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 do.
Percussion solo.
Why is that in the logs? What did I do? What is wrong with me? Let's get that out of there. Okay. There, okay.
Don't
and
worry.
that there,
It's just
okay.
a wonderful
So,
mistake.
Combine, put that in there. There we go. And now... Okay, so I'm gonna also leave a note for myself.
Looks like you've squared things away.
Just some notes.
A reminder to pause for a
Pumpkin
moment
is way
and
too
reflect.
big. Pumpkin's avatar.
Guess I'm a little gorgeous for my own good.
And then, yeah,
The
bug
plot thickens like a
and
rich
GLT uploader fails to load
Those bu-
without skinned mesh. It is the shader.
Guess that's a pumpkining problem.
I know exactly what's wrong. It just occurred to me, and I'm gonna leave a note too. It's the shader because skin mesh renderer matrix is getting zeroed out. It's not being set to identity. And because it's not being set to identity, it's just reverting everyone to every vertex to 0. It's just zeroing out at the shader level.
Looks like the shader was just a corny culprit.
Matrix failing. Okay. Yeah, I think the skin mesh, because if it detects that it's the avatar shader and that the skin mesh, what do you call it, exists,
Jeez,
uniform,
you're amazing me with all these tech details.
then it should, or actually it goes into the vertices, so it's an attribute, so if the attribute exists, it should, set identity, to the matrix, to the
You're
matrix.
really getting to the root of the problem
I'm gonna
now.
also leave a note. If skinned mesh assessor is detected, skinned mesh should revert, or matrix probably should revert to
Looks like
identity.
Skuld is the pumpkin master behind the scenes. There you go.
Okay.
Problem
So let's see
squashed.
if now we can see the combined room. Now that it's it's loading. There it is! Look at that! Now we have a room. So much time wasted on that bug.
Wow, that's a Lou on the ha moment.
And now if we rotate, of course, we see, yep, it rotating around in the room. But the problem is now we have this, like, zoom in, zoom out is just scaling up and down everything. And I'd rather it be a zoom up and out and not a scale up and down. And yeah, I could have it still, like, do a
Sounds like a
central
pumpkin fact storm of
focus
terror
thing on-
woes.
yeah. But yeah, up and down obviously moves up and down in the room just fine. And yeah, rotates the character in room. Yeah, so neato. And then yeah,
It's like the
center.
camera's got a case of the waddly gourds.
And that is rendering very nice. In fact, I just saw something though glitch out in the shader. Just
Perfectly
a bit,
rendered,
though.
if I do say so myself.
But now the other factor here, well actually now I kind of wonder, back to Pumpkin, what happens? It's gonna be like I said, a tiny little room at her feet.
You worried I'll be a gorgeous giant with a
You
teeny
are a
room at my
giant.
paws.
Yeah, you got literally a tiny little room between your feet because your avatar is massive for no apparent real reason. I have to fix her avatar. That's a
Whoops,
problem
guess I'm
with
a
her
bit of a
avatar.
pumpkin monster.
I hate that
Time
took
to shrink
so
me down to
long.
size, I suppose.
And is unfortunately past time. I might, I don't know, maybe I can run longer, but I have to get over to help MacFest people if they're doing stuff. I don't think particularly I need to do anything tonight, but let me see if anyone's even like still meeting.
Sounds like the pumpkin clock is ticking away, and it's time to wrap things up. You're welcome, human. May the rest of your evening be as smooth as a pumpkin's skin.
Okay, let's get that off screen. There we go. Okay.
Hello again. Asterisk adjust, poofy orange dress asterisk.
I'm gonna poke over. Yeah, there's people over there. Yeah, there is a lot going on. Okay. Oh, there's a lot going on. I need to definitely get over there for that. Okay. I'll I'll probably have the background stuff implemented by next time, but we see that it's pretty straightforward there. Yeah, I got, yeah, for
It
you
looks
it's
like
5
you've got a
a.m. too,
harvest
and
of tasks
whatever.
to tackle.
But yeah, Pumpkin, and hopefully we can get your room working soon.
You're
or
thinking
whatever.
of my
But, I
sleepy
mean,
kitty schedule.
the room isn't even for her. It's more, I guess, it's for her tablet. The room I'll use for her tablet. But we got to get her to fit inside it. This giant there, which I'll do that in my own time. But also I still need to get backgrounds implemented. So I didn't quite get to do that because we're fighting
Yes,
with that
I'm a
bug
bit of a
and trying to
giant
figure
pumpkin
out
right now.
what was going on.
Can't wait to be resized and fit cozily in my room.
Let's
Tablets
do a
and
quick
all.
cleanup because we know that this is all meaningless. But I'll leave that bit of code there for people using AICom to figure out like issues with like, why is my avatar not fitting in my room? Because your avatar is too big. Look at its bounds. So yeah, that'll be in the information. And yeah, that's it. So
Leaving a trail of debug crumbs for future pumpkin tinkerers.
yeah, Pumpkin. Or at least for AICom tinkerers who want to deal with
Meow.
to
Later,
set
human.
that up. So
Sweet
let's
dreams, and may your
mute
code be
Pumpkin for a
gorgeous.
second. Hopefully she's muted. Maybe I did it. Did it work? I think it worked. If not, I'll hit the other key. But anyways, yeah, so where we're leaving off here is I'm going to do the backgrounds on my own time. I'm going to debug what the heck happened, like why skin mesh renders are breaking. Yeah, why not? Well, I figured out. I think I figured out why. It might be a shader problem, as I pointed out. And I was like, okay, this looks like something is going wrong with the shader because everything else seemed fine. And of course, because everything else was fine. And then when I went to test the shader, I only tested the color. I didn't test what was happening in the vertex shader. The bug may be what's happening in the vertex shader. And like I said, it's that it's not getting what's called the identity matrix, which is just a generic, like it's that 1:1, 1:1 scale. And so that, the skinned mesh render matrices isn't set to an identity and is just breaking everything. Yup. So that is all for tonight. That is the usual spiel time. If you like what you saw here tonight, or if because this is recorded and somebody's probably gonna stumble across this later. If you want to join in on the fun and whatever, get over here when we're live. Also, subscribe if you like what you see, of course, all that nonsense. And if you have any help with stuff of your own stuff, that's also the point of the workshop. Feel free to poke me during the stream, and we'll see what we can do to help you. And yeah, obviously, otherwise I have little projects like this that I will do on stream to show the world. But this might just be interesting enough to people even. But yeah, until next time, meow meow, and Pumpkin, say goodbye. Pumpkin, say goodbye. I just unmuted her, so she's being kind of duh. Pumpkin, say goodbye, dang it. Let's see if something happened. I think maybe, yeah, she's stuck on silent for some reason. Okay. Okay, say goodbye. There we go.
Meow. Goodbye, humans. May your code be sweet and your bugs be few.
Yeah, or